The images from this weekend of violence in the streets, stores being looted, and riot police with dogs barking and charging at protesters seem like they are out of another era. But this outburst of violence is going on in present-day St. Louis, Missouri. It all started with the fatal shooting by police of an unarmed black teenager. The FBI has now opened an investigation.
But there was allegedly a fire
How do you feel about going to Ferguson tomorrow? What's on your mind? What's on your heart?
You know, I'm a little scared, to be honest. But, you know, but at the same time, you know, I am kind of, because like I said, I really don't know too much about that case. And I am, you know, somewhat in a way eager to find out, you know, what is going on as far as that story. Because like I said, I don't think that, like, it was, you know, right for them to, like, you know, kill that boy. I mean, there's other altercations. I mean, if he did do something bad, it's other, you know, like, it's other ways you can go about stuff other than just pulling out your gun and killing somebody. You know, especially over a meaningless box of cigars. I mean, come on. I mean, I stole something. I mean, I stolen before, but the police didn't shoot me down, you know. But, I mean, the people, I mean, that's understandable the way the people acted. I mean, especially his family, because, like, you know, if his family, if anybody lose their child, especially when they starting off, you know, in life, like, that's just hurtful. Mm-hmm. You know, and I can't relate to that because I don't have any kids, you know. I don't.
But you are someone's child.
I am someone's child, yeah. And seeing he was younger than me. See, I'm 22. Like, you know, and I still don't have my life together. He was on a path to getting his life together, but he was 2 years younger than me. You know, and he's dead and gone. I mean, I just feel as if, you know, and this is just coming from me, like, people that's, like, bound to do something. Like, why do people, like, that's bound to do something, are, like, bound to do something great, or is doing something great, they got to die early on. And, like, all the bad people, or, like, the people that's doing nasty things, or, like, stupid things, alive and well. And I don't wish death upon nobody, but that's just the way I feel.
Justice, no peace, no racist police. We can't breathe. We can't breathe. We can't breathe. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Shut it down. The whole damn system. Shut it down. Common Prince. Shut it down. CPD. Shut it down. Use your control. Shut it down. The whole damn system. Shut it down.
Believe in justice. I still believe.
Because Ferguson is not just in Missouri. Ferguson is here in Chicago. Ferguson is in New York, where Eric Garner was murdered. Ferguson is in Ohio, where John Crawford was murdered in a Walmart for holding a toy gun.
Well, I think it will take a revolution and nothing less to actually end this, because white supremacy and racism is built into the fabric of this country. It was founded on slavery and genocide. It only has changed its form from the original Jim Crow to the new Jim Crow that we live under which frankly is unprecedented in the history of the world, the targeting of black and Latino youth, where we have 5 times the rate of incarceration for black men in this country than they did under apartheid South Africa.
The thing most tragic about it is that it's not like an occurrence that doesn't happen all the time. It didn't happen on the West Side a couple days ago. So it's like an event to get people moving on an issue they all feel, people of color at least.
Well, I think us being out here, I think we have to be on the street to do that. And I think we have to rally more and more people. You know, like in Ferguson and St. Louis was an inspiration.
I think we have to stop depending on the police for our only form of dealing with harm or when something bad happens. We have to look at each other and be like, how do we as a community deal with harm? If you hurt me or if my son hurts your family, how are we dealing with that as a community?
How do you think this connects to what's going on in Chicago? Do you see any connection?
Oh, indubitably, like, you know, if you hear about, you hear about all the stuff that's going on in Chicago, I mean, you know, because they got this term in Chicago called Chirac, like, you know, it's I had to say it is like the same as what's going on here in St. Louis. Matter of fact, I had to say, like, we kind of like in a worse situation because, you know, Chicago's segregated, known for being segregated. You know, when it comes to the police, you know, I mean, the police, they basically doing the same thing. You know, it's so much going on. Like, it's also like more violence and stuff like that. Like, you know.
She saw people getting arrested yesterday. They were black and they were getting dragged on the ground and stuff like that. They're not dragging this man. He resisted arrest and they said they're charging him with disturbing the peace. I'm glad that's all they're charging him with. Not trying to throw shade, but if his skin was not white, it would have been a completely different situation. This is how you need to police. This is a good example of policing. Police our community like this. Talk to our people. Relax us. They work with this man and he kept trying to escape. Do that with our people. If this is what policing look like, police everybody like that. You feel me? He got on like 3 pair of handcuffs or something. I don't know. It was 3 pairs so he could move around because he had 2 right here, then 1 in the back. Now it's only 1. But this is what policing look like. Patience.
Kind of it's a mental issue.
And I agree with all that, and that's why I'm glad that they're treating him the way they treat him. The point I was making, if he was black, with mental issues, with whatever was going on, they wouldn't have been asking you, oh, do you want some water, my brother? I never heard police call nobody their brother or their sister.
What I would recommend is not to tell people to dress a certain way or to conduct themselves a certain way. I would encourage people to become a part of the struggle to eradicate police brutality, which has really become police terrorism in this country, domestic terrorism, because every 28 to 34 hours somewhere in this country, an African-American man is being targeted, hunted down, and murdered by the police. So you've got to become a part of the struggle.
Yeah, so we came into this space, y'all, to commit to community, right? To continue to create community and to commit. And to know that community is more than just your block, the neighborhood that you're from, this park that you come to, right? It's the entire world is our community. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget we got so much going on over here where we at. We forget that other folks got that same kind of garbage going on where they at. So I'm honored and blessed to be in this space with y'all, sharing this space with folks from the Midwest, but 3, 4, 5 hours away from us, who can share their story with us through this film we about to see. And I hope that you all were blessed with some of the stories that the youth from this area shared with you. And we want to continue this. This is not a one-time thing, because it's mad important that we all start to realize that it's bigger than just our block.
We're going to go down there, drop off some supplies, head back to Chicago, and have done our good deeds for the century, right? But then we got down there, and we met this group of people that had vowed to camp out in the protest area until justice was served. And we said, well, that's what we need to go first, because those are the people that are really rocking. And those people have lost voices. And they built a village, they built a family in protest of the injustice happening in Ferguson. And we were really inspired by their story because it's an example of young people coming together in a way that I don't know that we've seen in our generation. And so we thought it was really important.
Let's go to the train.
Yeah. We gotta go to the train.
Let's go.
We finna go eliminate the train.
Our streets. Our streets.
United we stand.
Divided we fall.
United we stand.
Divided we fall.
United we stand.
Divided we fall.
United we.
Racism, man.
We got to fight back.
Racism, man.
We got to fight back.
Sexism, man.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
The victim that has just been slain by one of our own. It doesn't matter. We are here to pray, sir. Anyone that was born on this earth, dear Lord. We have lost one today. We have lost many in St. Louis. We have lost many on this street.
We love
all of our people.
Ashe.
Ashe.